I used to be better at this. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So there is this old game named Helicopter in which you have to control a helicopter and avoid obstacles. Some of you might have played it at some point in your life considering that you clicked on this video. Well, I used to play it when I was a kid. So a few days ago I came across this video that showed someone scoring 16,000 on this game. The highest that I could ever score as a kid was close to 4,000 I think. And 16,000 might be great for human, but it's really nothing compared to what an AI can do. So my mission in this video is to break this 16,000 record. Let's do this. Okay, so firstly we need a background. Now I'll add the helicopter. It doesn't look like one, but fine. Next I added some physics to it and allowed it to fly. In the real game you can see that there are some gray lines. We need to add these. What? Okay. Nice. Next we need to add these obstacles. Similar to the game, I'll keep maximum 2 obstacles on the screen at any time. So I did few minor modifications. The game looks good. I made the helicopter a rectangle because that makes more sense. I don't know why I made it a circle earlier. I wrote some collision logic and we're done with the obstacles part for now. Next I made the floor and roof change as well. Currently it is random and not like the game. Also I magically turned the rectangle into a helicopter. It needs some work. Now the helicopter's wings are working as they should and the game stops when the helicopter collides. I guess we are ready to add AI to it. Alright, let's begin. This is the neural network that I'm going to use for my helicopter. In other words, this is the brain of my AI. You can think of the human brain as a really complex neural network. The helicopter should be able to see some basic stuff in order to make an intelligent decision on whether to fly or not. Hence I'm giving it 7 inputs. These are the inputs to the neural network. Okay, enough boring stuff, let's add the AI. I added this slider to adjust the speed of evolution because if I let it evolve as it the original speed of the game, then this video will be hours long. Let's see if we can beat the score of 16,000. Also, some of you might have noted that the floor and the roof are not changing. I basically removed that for now. Consider this to be an easy version of the game. If the AI learns to play this perfectly, then I'll change the floor and roof as well. You can see that the helicopters are just hovering close to either the roof or the floor. This seems like a good strategy, but this won't take them far. What should I do? I skipped to 40th generation and it seems like the strategy of just hovering above the ground is working pretty well. Weird. I'm still sure it won't take them far. It died at 59,000. Okay, so we definitely need some improvements. I increased the size of floor and roof. Let's see if this will prevent helicopters from hovering close to floor or roof. They are not getting better. Maybe they are getting better at dying. I don't know. Okay, dying here was really stupid. I've added a new rule that the helicopter needs to go through the bigger space above or below the obstacle or else it dies. Which means basically here the helicopters need to go from above or else they die. I made a similar change in the neural network input as well. You can see that the game is really slow in the beginning. That's because my weak laptop is rendering 2000 helicopters every new generation. Displaying so many helicopters and doing their neural network calculation makes my laptop cry. I should have listened to my friends when they told me not to buy a Mac. I'm just kidding, I don't have friends. They seem to be doing pretty well. Let's speed this up. I'm sure that this generation will be able to cross 16,000. I guess going through the wider space was the missing piece. We reached 16,000. I know this is the easy version of the game, so let's test its limits, then we'll move on to the real game. Alright, so now I'm sure that this game will go on forever. Time to make floor and roof move as well. Okay, so after testing for a while, I realized that having random roof and floor isn't working so well. We need to make some changes. I know that right now this game is more difficult than the real game. I did that on purpose in order to see the best way to deal with moving roof and floor. I also added distance of helicopter from floor and roof to the input of neural network because now it matters. Okay, I see the problem. Here the helicopter would think that a lot of space is available below the obstacle, hence it is trying to go down. But the floor below the helicopter is making it go up, hence it cannot decide properly. I know how to fix this. Rather than seeing the direct distance below the obstacle, I'll find the minimum distance over few blocks. So in this case, the red line would be considered as the distance below the next obstacle and floor. I'm making the same improvement for roof. So after 2 hours of debugging and fixing, here's the final result. Now the number of helicopters currently alive will appear on the top right of the screen. Also, I made this game look more like the real game. Let's speed it up and see what our AI can do. Alright, we have reached 16,000. Okay, so we have reached 500,000. At this point, I'm pretty sure that this game will go on forever. I'm actually really surprised that we could create this beast within 3 generations. I thought it would take at least 10 generations to reach this point.